Well, I was in a communist prison for 11 years. A communist prison is a diabolic laboratory in which they wanted to transform the personality. It's not just a place of torture, because physical tortures you can endure. And like the martyrs of the church, they endured and you can die. But they had a method of keeping you in a psychological stress, going to the limit between normal and abnormal. So, first of all, 11 years of my imprisonment, I didn't see a pencil, a piece of paper, a book, nothing, because they wanted, especially the intellectuals, to become like beasts. But that didn't work like this. I was first time 3 years in a solitary confinement. First 6 months, sure, was very difficult. And but later, not having any perspective, any horizon, any place to look out, just four walls of yourselves, you have to go somewhere. And that was my conversion. I went inside. Because, you know, in the Western world, we have a so-called cosmological knowledge. We go in the outer space, outside of ourselves. Everything that we explore is outside of ourselves. But what about you? What about this inner universe that is the human personality? We call it soul in a Christian term. Is infinite like an atom. And St. Paul says in his epistles to Corinthians, chapter 6, you are the temple of the living God because God lives within you. God is nothing material or spatial to place outside of ourselves in a corner somewhere. We need to make this experience, and that was imprisonment for me. I look not only from a negative perspective of the imprisonment, but was an experience that God gave it to me to find myself. I was a theologian, I was a priest, I was a monk, and I'm ashamed to say that God, my God, was the God of the book. But God is life, His experience, His personal experience. You live God or not is sure. Even with the Bible, you can know the Bible by heart, and you don't know the true God if you don't have this experience. And for the clergy, especially for the monks, I think this solitary confinement was beautiful. First of all, it's hard to pass this 4-6 months in which, sure, you ask God, Lord, why me? What I did to be like this? They came, sure. They came twice a day to give you some food there. And but all the time you were just by yourself. And I found God in prison. I was born in the Orthodox faith with a Christian family, but you know, the ritual, the external part only, it is not enough. It is necessary, sure, the sacraments, the liturgy of the church, to go to church every Sunday, but we need more than that. We need a personal experience in God, which is only ours. You cannot recommend the same thing to all, because each one has his own experience in God, his own method. God created each one differently. Each one is an universe. So for me, the imprisonment helped in a way to find God in myself, inside, not in the body. We say God is in our heart. It's not this heart, the physiological organ, but is the depth of our personality, which is like an atom, infinite, in which you encounter God. So if you want to see God, with the spiritual eyes, sure, we have to make this experience to go inside of ourselves.